tight throughout. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the
2
44.
minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, fellas.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. 55. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
18 Gator. Hey, echo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch me.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
65. Hey, zoom. Watch the whip. Mike 55. Mike 55. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, wahoo. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. James has got it. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete here. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and 3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Agnew. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read. 55. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Watch out. Greystone, Travis. On the go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Room here to run. 34 yards there at a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Hey, exit. He's good.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Topper! Shoot!
Second and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down.
Set, ready? 60 or. Hey! Get it!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, seam 6. Now.
They'll set up to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And Diggs has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Stop your whining.
Again, it's Fournette. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Detroit. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down, Vikings.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check your hot read.
Back to throw here. That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the run, it's Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Lions, it'll be a 500 start as the